Probably
so
edit
sorry.
that out.
Our
That'd be
behavior.
for foreign country.
Just too much adrenaline.
Okay.
All right, we're joined
Ready?
by California Lutheran head coach Kelly Roselle, Michelle Lawrence, Pua Muakini Oliveira, and Allie Eason. Coach, can you open us up with a statement from today's semifinals victory?
I cannot say enough about Carthage. That setter is unreal. The lefty, number 11, put us through our paces. Number 24 is a humongous block. Number 12 is as good of an outside hitter as we've faced all year, and we knew that. We were fortunate enough to play them early in the year and then get a chance to watch them play yesterday. And Leanne obviously does a fantastic job with that program. So for us to come out on top against an elite level team like that is a real accomplishment for us, and I'm extremely proud of my kids. You know, we always talk about being 17 strong on the team, and I'm gonna barely be able to keep it together talking about Pua and Michaela coming into the match right there and making such a huge difference. There's no doubt. I was just looking at the stats saying 63 attempts for Allie and 51 attempts for Michelle are pretty amazing, but the 2 for 2 and hitting 1,000 from Pua in the clutch Final Four as a senior, I can't say enough about her.
Can you talk about your aggressive serving today? You had 8 service aces as a team.
Well, I asked Allie yesterday, I said, you know, do you want to get in practice, because sometimes we do and sometimes we don't, and I know that it's an interesting place to play, and she said, yes, I want to get in and serve and pass, and I said, okay, whatever you want to do. So we went in and served and passed a lot today, and you know, we put them in pressure situations all the time. We try to replicate this pressure as best as we can, and you can ask any of them how many balls they've served in their career, and they'd probably say 3,000, million, hundreds. I don't even know how many. We always end with it in practice. We've struggled with our serve, but you know, I just kept telling the kids, be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive. We knew we had to get them out of system.
This is to all 3 student athletes going left to right. What does it feel like making it to the national title game? Starting with Michelle.
Your left? Oh.
Yep.
I cannot put it into words. It is unfathomable. We have been working towards this moment every single practice, every single team meeting, every single time we're just generally together, and we're so blessed, and we all believe in this program and believe in ourselves and believe in our sisterhood, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, well, the last time me and Allie and a few other girls were here, we are sophomores, and so it's a different feeling being a senior and having, you know, the girls that we've been playing with for a few years and younger girls that are just seeing it for the first time. That's an experience that we'll be able to say that we get to have it with them, and I don't know, it's just all out from here.
Yeah, I definitely think it's amazing. We know that we're not done yet. We have one more game, but being able to get there and have the opportunity to be able to fight for a national championship one more time, it's incredible, and I wouldn't want to be doing it with any other girl, or any other girls in general. So it's awesome.
Are you guys going to approach this match coming up any differently? This is the second national title game in 3 years for you all. Open question to anyone.
You know, we'll talk about whether or not we're going to practice tomorrow. We got a chance to watch Wittenberg. They're obviously really good. Paco's one of the best coaches in the nation. They're disciplined. They got to sit and watch us for a 5-set match. So we were able to see them and chart them. At the end of the day, we'll play Cal Lutheran volleyball.
One question before I open it up. Coach, can you talk about your balanced attack today? 5 players with 10 kills.
Talk about it. You know, something we've relied on all season. We know that when we become one-dimensional, we become one-dimensional, and we're easier to defend that way. So it's been a tough couple of weeks for Jamie Smith. I've been all over her about her decision-making, and before the regionals, that was probably the roughest week of her life. I was all over her about her decision-making and trying to push her to get to a next level, and I think she did that. And our ball control is something that we constantly practice, and we know that that's the key, and we knew it was going to come down to 6th grade volleyball today, serving and passing. So I'm extremely proud of Jamie. I'm extremely proud of the passers, and I thought we served really, really well today.
We will open up to questions now.
Kelly, I know there's too many points to go over, but I thought that first set the key what made you decide to insert Pua in the match? Because it seemed like you had turned the momentum, but that really kind of kicked it back to your side. What went into that decision making? Because she hadn't played for a few matches now.
You know, Pua has been a 3-year starter for us, and has been a clutch kid for us, and you know, very easily could have given up on it and kind of gone through the motions, but she absolutely continued to believe in herself and the program, and has had amazing practices the last 2 or 3 weeks, and is so physical. And Michaela Dobson has been doing a great job, is very confident, I recruited her because she was in a lot of big matches as a setter when she was a senior in high school. And I just decided to go with it. Pua had some good practices, and we thought we'd give it a shot, and ended up just like I thought it would. Absolutely.
And just Pua, can you talk about coming off cold like that, just being able to get a block and kill and kind of flip that momentum?
Well, Coach already talked about how we always call ourselves 17 strong, and this year we've kind of said that we're a tribe, and we're willing to do whatever we have to do to protect our tribe, and if that's coming cold off the bench, then sure, I'll do it. So it's being ready at all times and playing for the girl next to me, because I'll never have this opportunity again.
Allie, in the 5th set, you had that ace, and you and Michelle seemed very inspired in the 5th set. I mean, was there a reason that, was that the key? What was it?
I was just telling Michelle, I'm so proud of the way that she was able in the last the whole match, but definitely in the last set, just completely take over, and that's such a tribute to her for working so hard and just believing in herself. And I think that's where I was really inspired, because I was seeing her step up for that, and it just made me very happy because, she's a stud. So, yeah, I think that's where that came from for me.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Michelle, just one more. Just your 5th set, you kind of seemed like all the kills were landing. Was there anything specific kind of jumping off Allie that you felt going into that?
Kevin Judd, Assistant Coach of the Year. He just came up to me and he looked at me and he said, "It's time to turn Michelle on." And I did. And it was all mental and all because of my teammates, people looking at me saying, "You've got this." The amount of support and confidence that people had in me just made me overwhelmed and made me want to do it for them.
Thank you.
Guys, you go into tomorrow with obviously a 5-setter today. How does having your backs against the wall help you going into tomorrow's match, knowing it's going to be a similar type of battle, and how important is it to be able to come out on top, obviously today, going into the national title game?
I think we thrive under pressure. There was no more pressure than hosting a regional as the number 6 seed and playing, top 15 teams all across our region. We had to beat number 1, number 2, and number 3. And so, we've just been fortunate enough that, we've been one of the really good teams in the nation. Everybody brings their A game. Allie talked about it, yesterday. We've been pushed so many times to the limit, and we just keep believing that everything happens for a reason, and we just keep taking every experience and learning from it, and just putting it in the bag and remembering it and trying to build off of it and trying to get better every single day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was not ready for that
Perfect.
one.
Use that one because I was.
Wait, one more.